I am Blue Dragon from Twitch, and today I'm going to give you a honest review on Valheim. Over the weekend, Viking survival game Valheim took over my life, as many others, while Steam and other game storefront platforms are overspilling with survival titles to choose from, ranging from Minecraft, Ark, Rust, and others. A new early access title has broken into the scene. It has just taken over the internet. It's dominating Twitch right now. From the core of the list of features and mechanics, Valheim does not appear different at all from other survival games titles. What separates Valheim from many other survival titles out there, should you give it a try? What's the takeaway from it? I'm here to help you explain the rise in popularity of Valheim. Valheim's structure is immediately understandable, even for players far removed from the survival genre. Essentially, each biome is a tier, ruled by a boss. Farm that zone for resources, make new gear, learn new recipes, kill the boss, rinse and repeat, in a new zone. The key here is really that the game is understandable from the get-go. With the help of Crow giving players tutorial steps, you don't need to worry about making 50 other items to craft a single item or complex manifested crafting schools. It's just get up and go, start making progress in your world, which is a huge side on why I like this game so much. I don't like it generally. Like, to create one wall takes 50 wood, but it takes you to kill 3 trees to get that wood. In this game, pretty much you knock down a tree, you're gonna get somewhere between 10 to 20 wood, depending on the size of the tree, if it's a huge tree or not. And then you can turn around and build a wall with 4 pieces of wood. That actually makes sense, right? It gives it a bit of a realism, and it's just something I think that some games overthink. It's just a reason why I don't like most other survival games, but I'm loving this game. You can explore the world of Valheim by yourself or up to 9 friends on dedicated servers just by joining your friend's world. While the single player experience is fundamentally the same, it plays much differently alone in the game as more zen garden sorts of game, allowing each to be taken day by day at your own pace, which I am thoroughly enjoying to do myself. Enjoying the little pieces of cooked grub, being sole owner of every exploration, every triumph, and every decision, and every discovery. Pacing as a solo player is much slower and becomes sort of a survival meditation as each day is planned out and partaking for each step from the time you leave your door to the time you return. After all, there is no one to help you out if you should get killed or need to perform a dreaded corpse run to get your gear again. An additional information note: the bare bones PvP is entirely opt-in, which is actually a big reason why I generally don't like games like, for example, Rust or Rust. I can't stand when you walk into a game and you walk 30 feet and you die. It drives me crazy. I hate the fact that with most survival games, and I've experienced this both in Rust and in Ark, where, especially if you're playing on a server with other people or just an open server, is you play for hours and hours, you go to bed, and you wake up and all your stuff is gone. In this, it is completely optional in Valheim, and there's even an in-game item that keeps players from being able to damage and open your doors. And also, side note on that side note, is that if you use that in solo play, it kind of works like an alarm when something is trying to bang down your wall door or your main door. It kind of makes like almost an alarm sound. So I highly recommend using that item. And another thing that I'm loving about this game is that the beauty of the landscape. Yes, it's pixelated. It's really small actually for a game, but since it's generated and every single time you log into a server or a new world, it's going to be completely different, right? You got to conquer initially the meadows and their beautiful breezes, and then you're moving on to the Black Forest with a significant bump in exploration and challenges. And then things get considerably more intense in the swamp, plains, and mountain biomes. Valheim has optional secrets to discover, as well as existing outside of the biome. The hierarchy can greatly enhance your options of progress, like the merchant, and certain sea creatures I won't spoil for you. There's something to be said that you aren't tasked with to cobble together thirsty from different types of resources and to get those things going. No. Wood and stone is enough. Survival titles are somewhat inherent and intimidating a genre, and Valheim is surprisingly welcoming for a game where Vikings battle the elements. Alright, now more for a little bit of a rant. And it's not really a negative or a positive thing, it's more of a pro-con kind of thing that I like to do in all my review videos like this. I would say wildly that this game is, as you can tell by how it's released and just taken over some places like Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that, is that the game's simplicity reflects in what people have actually been looking for in a game. It's got beautiful music, it's got beautiful surroundings, it's got great environment, it's building is simple, but many options to build with. There's some other things that are not as common, of things that actually drive me crazy in other games that are actually are in this game, or things I've literally complained about other games. You knock down a tree, the tree does whatever the tree does in the game. Very few games where a tree, when it falls, causes damage. Can kill you, can cause structural damage if it hits something else, right? That's not a common thing in most games. I think the forest is like the only other survival game that I personally know of, is if you chop down a tree, it will create damage when it falls. And other things is that dark is actually dark in this game. If you go into a troll cave and you don't break out a torch, you're not going to see the gold or jewels glimmering on the floor that are there. If you just try to walk in and squint your way through, you're probably going to miss something. Dark is actually dark. If you feel where I'm coming from that, you probably understand what I mean by that. What I'll have to say about Valheim is that for the price tag, which is currently $20 US, is if you even remotely like survival games, even if you're comparing a survival game to Minecraft, to Rust, to Ark, like we were talking about earlier, you should give this game a try. Give the game a try. If you're watching this video to this point and you're interested in this, go give it a try. $20. Well, wow. This is a survival game that I actually enjoy. The only other survival game that I've actually ever enjoyed playing was Raft. And shockingly enough, there's rafts in this game, which actually helped me understand a little bit more of how to pilot the raft in this game, which is quite funny. GG Raft, you did a good job too. All right, in closing, I'm gonna give this game a 9 out of 10. Versus price, versus the time that I've put into this, and where this game can go in the future with additional content. If you have looked at the roadmap, especially if they keep it at the $20 price tag. And you know what? I got one other thing. I'm going to go ahead and say Indy Game winner of 2021. This game is going to win Indie Game of 2021. All right, again, I am Blue Dragon from Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you'd like this game or other games like it, give me a follow over there and enjoy the content live. If not, please like, comment, and subscribe here, and I'll see you in the next one.